You always hear people say, you need to let go. This is how to let go. There'll be less resistance once you let go. But here's the irony of it. Most of us struggle to let go because we believe if we let go, what we want will come to us. We believe that there's no strength in letting go. There's just a sense of giving up when you do. But what if the true strength is from letting go? And what if that even though we're told how to let go, we don't understand the reasoning of why we should let go? So in today's video, I want to dive deep into understanding why you should let go. And this applies to every area of your life. And when you can understand the purpose behind letting go, you will understand the reasoning and how it's going to serve you on what you want to start feeding and putting meaning to, rather than putting meanings into things that keep disappointing you. What is Gooch beautiful beings? Welcome back, Awakened Ones, on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. And majority of you guys are watching my videos, but you're not subscribing. What are you doing, boo-boo? I still love you, and you're still going to forever be loved. But don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button. On this channel, I am an energetic activator here to assist you to awaken things you have yet to see with your emotional awareness to go upon your spiritual evolution. Here to share things that people are not ready to hear but might need to hear. And that starts with the topic that I want to give to you guys today, and that is why you should let go. Now, before we get into that, if you want to know any more about me, you can go to the description box below, hit my link tree, and see all the services I render and all the merch that I make. Also, you can also go to the QR code right here to my link tree. But now, the irony of letting go and how we all struggle with it and how everyone is teaching us how to do it. But why should you do it? I know majority of us have desires and we all hear about letting go, but we feel that strong resistance towards if I let it go, it won't come. That's a sense of control, and that's stemming from a lack of trust in the unknown because we think we have to know it all. And the irony of us being programmed to believe that we should know it all, we should have all the answers, and we should always be in control. And that is so daunting because we're always putting in ourselves in a state of being perfectionist, and there's no such thing as that. But why you should let go. Please understand, everything that I'm going to be sharing in this video is going to help you to acquire the understanding that your circumstances do not matter. The only reason why your circumstances have such a hold on you is because you're giving it so much significant meaning. And that's the other irony that we were programmed to believe, is that our eyes are our reality, not our internal world. But our internal world, our imagination, is what creates the next scene or the next circumstance of our future. Why you should let go. And this kind of does resort towards the how, but understanding the purpose will give you the meaning of the why behind the things that you want and the things that you are aware that are not serving you. Now, little do a lot of us know is that this applies to every area of your life. If you want to let go of someone who continuously disappoints you, you want to let go of a job that doesn't respect you, you want to get out of a house that you feel like is not a home. You want to stop being this version of yourself that you're kind of tired of being. Well, this applies. Why you should let go of particular places, things, ways of being, people, is because that burden is only causing you to stay where you don't want to be. And a lot of us may say, well, I know how to let go. I understand the purpose of letting go. But do you understand that what you put your focus on is you giving more meaning to what is not making you happy? A lot of us put a lot of our state of meaning and focus on things that are bringing us continuous disappointment, but also more heartache and also a lot of doubt. When you have doubt, you're not only lacking trust in the unknown, you're lacking trust within yourself. You're lacking faith to understand that there's a part of you that's ready to be birthed, but you're not trusting in that. because you're putting so much significant meaning in the past. The more meaning you put on the past, the more the past resides in the present. The more meaning you put on the future, the more trust you have. And when you have that sense of trust, you gain a sense of relief. With a sense of relief, you don't care how things come about. You just know that it's supposed to, because you're so congruent in that truth and that internal belief and knowing. And when you have trust to the point that you don't need what you're desiring, you don't need this person, you don't need this job, you don't need these people, you don't need this particular way of feeling and thinking, you start realizing not only things come easier to you and you start becoming more magnetic, but it starts to become very simplistic and being able to accept your reality where it's at and yourself. Side note, because my brain likes to come up with ideas after I finish making a video. The add-on I want to share with you guys is take off the rose-colored glasses. Don't try to convince your outer world to resemble your inner world. If you really want change, you got to learn to accept and let go. But little do we know, when we are ready for this change, or we say we're ready for it, or we're desiring it, the reason why things don't shift so quickly is because we're being tested in the beginning stages of our manifestation and our wants. Meaning that how much can you have the courage to change your perspective on your current circumstances? Because that's your first test. You have to first accept, let go, and then change your perspective, because our Creator gave us the power of imagination to perceive our world the way we want to perceive it. So, how are you going to allow yourself to change your perspective and master your focus on what it is you desire rather than what it is you don't desire? That is a true testament to accepting your reality where it's at and letting it go for what it is, and then reaching a state of how do I want to perceive things and how I want to feel, rather than what is being perceived of my reality in front of my eyes. And therefore you will realize that you had the power all along to let go what didn't serve you. It's just you're putting too much focus on the dismantling of your spirit. You can't change something until you accept it. You got to be aware of it, accept it, to be able to understand it, and then create a momentum of desire to realize something that you want and be like, if I have trust, it's going to come about, and I'm putting myself in a state of relief, then I don't care that I want it. I don't care if I need it. I just care in the fact that it's making me realize I can feel good and happy regardless of my circumstances. Why you should let go. There is a sense of learning how to forgive yourself. There's a sense of learning how to accept yourself. I'll share something with you guys. Past couple days, a lot of people don't know this, but I have been diagnosed with depression. It runs in my family. And I have these surgical moments, literally, of where I'm so optimistic. Even when I'm down, I'm still optimistic. But there are those days, like these past couple of days, where I'm really, really vulnerable and emotional. Where I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to talk to anyone. And I'm really in this state of recognizing what I need to take accountability of and what I'm truly feeling, and allowing myself to feel it. These past couple of days, the depression hit pretty damn hard. And I started to realize, I've always had these moments where I'll get really low. And before, I used to label myself by those moments. And this is where we struggle to let go. It's because we keep labeling ourselves of why we keep feeling these emotions when we think letting go is hard to do. Letting go is a true strength. Just because something keeps reoccurring in an emotion that comes up or a memory that comes up doesn't mean you didn't let it go. It just means you're getting the strength to learn how to ease up on it and creating a different perspective about it. So I started to realize, being sad, I'm going to feel it. Like, I'm going to be there for Brittany. And I started to realize all the things I didn't accept about myself. And I cried about that. And I forgave myself for that. And I started to realize, I'm just going to accept where I am. And I realized, wow, the past version of me would have allowed this sense of grief about it. And because of feeling that realization and realizing that my past self would have grieved so wholeheartedly on that I would label myself as that and feel doubt and feel fear, instead I'm like, I just gotta feel this. Because the more I feel it, the more it's kind of like, cleaning a wound. Yeah, when you take off the bandage, you gotta let it dry out, but you gotta keep cleaning it to make sure it doesn't get infected. So that's how I started to see it. I'm allowing myself to cleanse. I'm cleaning it. I'm cleaning that wound. Slowly but surely, that wound is gonna heal. But it's gonna become easier for me to face it. So when it comes up, I'm learning to redefine it every single moment. And with that redefining and changing my perspective, I'm able to go back and focus on what I want without the need to always consistently have control over it, but to look at it from a different angle and realize it'll be nice to have that right now, but the fact that I have the emotion is more than enough for me. So I'm going to allow myself to let it go, but I'm also going to allow myself to let go of what my physical circumstances are showing me right now. That's not who I am. Let's take it as for someone, for instance. I realized this too for the past couple days. My previous relationship was probably the most easiest one I've ever let go. But let me tell you, in the past, I struggled with codependency heavily. It was so bad, you guys. I would quiver, I would shake, I would plead, I would beg. I was desperate. To the point now, facing that last relationship, it was so easy for me to let go of it because I didn't really need it. I didn't really want it. I wasn't really happy with the person I was to allow that to continuously perpetuate that cycle that made me unhappy. And then it daunted on me that the realization why I was so fixated on a relationship in the first place is because the meaning I put behind it. Because I thought I needed someone not to only make me happy, but to give me a sense of purpose in life. And then I started to realize I'm using a relationship to not take responsibility of my own life. When I had that sudden realization, I started to realize it's okay to let go of wanting a relationship right now because I need myself, my life, my finances, my purpose, my happiness needs me more than anyone else. And now I don't really crave a relationship that much. My friend, she would literally say I'm the cutoff queen because I have no problem cutting people off. I have no problem being blunt. I have no problem letting things go. I have no problem walking off a job site, which I've recently done, and I found a job that really suits my needs and my desires. And little did I know, I didn't really want this current job that I have, and now that I have it, it's a blessing I was needing and waiting for. So why you should let go is because you need to realize the meaning that you're putting on things is only your fault. And I'm going to be honest, boo. It's the reasoning why you are where you don't want to be. Just because your circumstances are a certain way doesn't mean you have to believe that, and doesn't mean you have to keep defining yourself by that. It just means, do you love yourself enough to have the strength to let go and start seeing your internal reality as your true reality and start redefining the pain, the disappointment, the past into what you feel is going to encourage you to let go of it. It takes a lot of strength to let go than to stay strong for so long and deplete yourself and doubt yourself. So all in all, I'm just sharing this with you guys is because our Creator did not create us for us to doubt, for us to fear. This is why I kind of get really confused on why people say you should fear God. Yes, understand God has a huge power over how karma works, how you should learn your lessons. But think about it this way. If you stop fearing the Creator, our Creator, and you start looking at it from the eyes of, I'm not doing these things, bringing these troubles and tribulations and this heartache and this disappointment because I don't love you. I love you enough for you to learn from your actions to build character, to have the strength to forgive, to have the strength to let go, to have the strength to build yourself up. Because I gave you what you need to do so. So there's no need to fear what you don't understand. This is why there's judgment in the world, because people judge what they do not understand. There's no need to fear the grief when you let go of someone. There's no need to fear letting go of a job if you trust yourself enough to start an endeavor, or trust yourself enough to go to a new job that you feel like you'll be more respected. Here's what I really want to say. There is no need to fear trusting in yourself. We were programmed to believe that trusting in ourselves is the false way to go. What is the whole point of an intuition if we can't trust ourselves? If we keep trusting things outside of us, we're only going to deem ourselves down a path that is not for us. There's no need to fear trusting in yourself. If you believe you have an internal knowing and you have these visions because it's meant for you to experience them, then why fear letting go? Why you should let go is because you will never know the courage that you really have to allow yourself to experience more that you truly deserve. That's all I want to say. So, as we close this video out, I want to remind you guys that there's such beauty in letting go, and there's such strength in letting go, and there's so much cleansing and purging when you let go. I can't tell you how many times when I let things go, my mind has no point of believing in what leaves my life has to be replaced by something so much more better that I've never experienced. And it always happens because I don't fear letting go. Do I have troubles trusting myself sometimes? Yes. Do I doubt myself sometimes? Yes. Do I fear that I might not receive what I want if I do let go? Yes. But here's the thing. I'm willing to build character by feeling that resistance, by feeling my way into that fear, by feeling my way into that worry, by feeling my way into that unworthiness. Because in doing so, I give myself the privilege and permission to see, do I trust myself enough, more than my circumstances, to allow myself to prove myself right? Other than that, beautiful beings, that's all I wanted to share with you today. There's no need to struggle over letting go, and there's no need to fear it, because if you fear letting go, you really fear who you can allow yourself to be, and the life that you can allow yourself to have, and the happiness that you can allow yourself to experience. So other than that, beautiful beings, if you want any more assistance on this, you could go to my link tree and see the services that I render if you need any further assistance. Other than that, stay healthy, stay blessed, and know that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and you are a blessing. Till then, only love.